West Radio.
Yeah, what's up with it, man?
What's up with you, boy? How you living, man?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed, chilling.
That's
How you
what,
been, cool?
same here, man. I'm living. You know, I ain't got no complaints. Everything is well.
Okay, hell yeah, working, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, I'm glad you took the time out to talk to me, man, on this little thing I've been trying to pop off with this Bang West Radio and these episodes
Mm-hmm.
I got going on. So I appreciate you taking the time out. Um, so while I got you here, man, let's talk about A plus, man. For the people that don't know, um, where you come from and how long you been at this rap thing.
Okay, man. Coming straight out of Fresno. Born and raised. You know, all over the town, but predominantly out the east. So you know what I'm saying. It's kind of one of the few. You know what I mean? Out of that side of town. That's I guess doing the rap shit for real, for real. So I've been doing it since I want to say the first song I've been writing working on my craft since third grade elementary. But I started putting out music a little later on. I want to say my first song I put out was maybe I started dropping music '99 around that time, but I put out my first song on all digital platforms in 2003. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay. You've been around.
Yeah, for a minute, man. I got to see cats really do it before the internet, and then I've been all during, and so I've been like, man, I'm in that weird space where cats was doing it a certain way, and then we had to adjust and do it, a different way. So yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned that. So for some of these artists that's hopefully listening to this interview, explain that in detail coming from an artist who was actually in the CD scene where you wasn't doing nothing but pressing up CDs and your other merch or whatever to go with the product. There was no
Yeah.
there was no streaming. There was no Spotify. There was no Apple Music. Um, and then having to transition from no CDs to streaming. And what's your
Yeah.
and your opinion about this whole thing?
Honestly, yeah, this is a important topic that a lot of cats really don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Coming from an artist who was there before and after, it's way different. Like you see cats Asia, right? For example, out of Fresno, we're just gonna use Fresno for example. You got Planet Asia, and these dudes could just be tight. You know what I'm saying? These niggas could be raw. Lyrically. You know what I'm saying? Blessed, and word would get around. They can go outside, and things was word of mouth. It was very organic. You know what I'm saying? So you could really be dope, and it was somebody that was doing their job as a A&R or whatever that would get wind, and they'll come speak to artists and put the artist in position, and that's how it was, right? But as time went on and things evolved, the artist had to be basically fully developed. Like you need to have your following, you gotta have your brand, you gotta have all this that artists didn't really have to have. So coming from an era where all you had to do was be dope to now you gotta have all your ducks in a row. it's a little different. It is a lot. You know what I'm saying? So like back then, you could have blew up. I'm not saying it was, you know what I'm saying, a piece of cake. You still had to be dope, but now being dope is not enough. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be dope. So I think that's the biggest thing cats don't really realize. It's all about popularity now, and uh, things like that. That kind of taking the place. Before they could take the dope artists and make him popular. Now you got to be popular with being dope, and you got to be that type of person that's able to attract followers and actually hold on to that.
So, which part of the game you prefer? Are you liking the streaming era we have going on right now?
I think me being coming from the original, the original days, it's taken a lot for me to get used to it. Like, it's certain things that, and I'll be really adamant about this. It's certain things, cool, that prevent me from. People be like, why you ain't blew up? Man, that's everybody's question. Like, man, why you ain't blew up, bro? You got the real, what I'm saying? You got the real back end. You got the music. You like doper than all these cats, and you really come from something, and you got it's all there. But one thing about it is being from Fresno, especially, and not just Fresno. I know it's other places, but man, and being from that era, it's certain principles, man, that I was raised by that won't allow me to just do J-Cat shit or just to embarrass myself or disrespect myself or do some clout chasing that shit that a lot of people in this era is really normal. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I don't get out here and air out my beef, man, or you know what I'm saying, shit like that that could have got me probably a lot more publicity, a lot more, you know what I'm saying? But I don't do it. We really was raised to keep it in the street. So anything like that, I don't be partaking in and doing clown shit on the internet, just calling out people's name, even though like I be wanting to, but there's something in me that just won't allow me to do no shit like that, Coop. So I have to really wait my turn. I can't do the gimmicks, you know what I'm saying, and get on. I mean, I could. Part of me want to like make it easier, but I feel like I gotta just keep it music, man, because I don't want to look back on myself and do some shit that I don't agree with. You know what I mean? So I don't want no gimmicks. It's like niggas either gonna tune in to the real music and really do their homework themselves, or I'm gonna have to give it to them through this music. Like I'm not gonna give it to you by pulling on antics. So it's kind of hard, you know what I'm saying, to kind of balance that. You know what I mean? For real, especially in a day where it's normal to do J-Cat shit.
Yeah, you could easily sit at home and make up some shit, call a motherfucker up or fake a beef, all kind of
Not
shit.
even, oh yeah, like, okay, cats had told me that, man, why don't you just pick an artist from Fresno and just fake a beef, but, like, you know what I'm saying? So, I just can't do it, but then again, it's like, I got some real shit I could be airing out, you know what I'm saying? But I just don't because I want to keep it in the street because I don't know how that's going to play out. I don't want to look back at myself and be a fucking crash dummy and then I'm doing some shit because shit, you never know how shit play out. I
Right.
just have to keep it I have to keep it in the streets. I have to keep it to myself. So, that's how that should be.
For sure, man. That's real. That's real, man. You know, I'm a fan of yours. You already know that, man. I try to support you with everything you deliver.
For sure. For
Um,
sure.
you mentioned Planet Asia earlier. I mean, before I even get to that, man, I'm going through your discography, man. I'm seeing, you mentioned some stuff. A lot of people, that's a lot of
Yeah.
things that go under the radar. People be like, "Oh man, this dude just started rapping on. He been at it for a long time." Uh,
Yeah.
you know, but you got to your digital catalog. When you have you got a few titles on here, man, and some quality work, in my opinion. Um,
Yeah.
but you got this new project, Triple Platinum.
Okay. Mhm.
First, where does the title come from, and what's the meaning behind it?
Well, triple platinum, it's kind of like an acronym. It's If anybody know anything about the town, triple platinum was triple, which is 3, and then the platinum, which is P. So it's kind of like representing, where I come from, the neighborhood.
Okay.
But then on top of that, to me, the sound I was going for on the project was something that I would consider like with the right push, with the right marketing, with the right publicity, it could be a platinum record. That's how I was looking at it. Like, I've been really servicing a couple different genres. You know what I'm saying? You got the West Coast hip hop. I'm really from Fresno, California, so I've been servicing West Coast hip hop. But then back in 2020, I was doing tracks with Asia, and he big over there on the East Coast and Europe and all that. So I was doing a lot of underground hip hop tracks, like East Coast hip hop, that type of thing. So I've been bouncing around. People been telling me, man, keep doing your thing. Some people like, man, you need to pick one and just, pick your niche and just kind of go with it, or just full fledged commit to one. But I'm just such a versatile artist, man, that I feel like, okay, so this year I've been really focusing on kind of shooting more commercial type of, I ain't gonna just say commercial, but like more like dedicated to the female audience, if you will. So to me, Triple Platinum was 5 songs that I felt was kind of geared towards the female audience, but it's just something that I would consider like universal music. You know what I'm saying? So when I called it Triple Platinum, that's what I came with. Because before I had a different name for it, but I didn't drop it on time. So I was like, you know what? I think I was gonna call it Meverse 2023. I was gonna drop it 2023, but things was going on. I was in transition doing shit, so it ended up dropping this year. So I just called it Triple Platinum. So.
Okay. Now I know exactly what angle you went to when I'm listening to this, because I'm like,
It's different.
it's different. I'm like, it's good, but it's different. I'm like, this ain't.
Yeah.
When I hit play the first time, I was like, I wasn't expecting this.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
So honestly, I always try to have 1 or 2 songs for the ladies on my projects, right? But I noticed my listeners is probably 80 to 85% male. You know what I'm saying? And it's really been like that, even though your boy got bitches, cool. You know what I'm saying? Bitches love my music. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I've been servicing the streets, man, the hood. You know what I'm saying? I've been really making music for niggas to really fuck with, because that's what I am. I listen like what I listen to, but I'm also versatile. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start gearing it towards the females and see how they react to my music. They love it, you know what I'm saying? But I just ain't been pushing long enough in that direction to really catch hold. But like this year, I've been really dropping shit. You know what I'm saying? Towards them. I even got some shit with an R&B artist coming out. That's I write R&B too, so it's not like I mean. I do a little bit of everything. So
Yeah, I'm fucking with this.
On that motherfucking everything.
Yeah, everything.
A little bit, you know what I'm saying? That's why they be like, this boy talented, because I can actually do that.
I'm really fucking with this project, and I like the fact that you kept it to a minimum. You got straight. You started it off and ended it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You didn't play around. 5 songs. I like when artists in this time of streaming and whatnot, give us an EP, 5, 6 songs or something, 5, 6, 8 songs or something like that. I like that. What's your favorite song off the project? I tell you, mine right now is Celebration. That's the one. That's the one I keep on rotation. That's the one I added to the playlist, and all of that. But what's your favorite song off the project?
So it's the EP. I really look at it like a showcase. You know what I'm saying? So it's just what I can do. I ain't been, this is just a sample of what I can do. If people gravitate to it and this what they want, then I can drop a 15 song however many, you know what I'm saying? But this is just a little something I've been sitting on, contemplating, like, should I release it? I was actually trying to sell a couple of these songs to other artists, but, I was like, let me just put it out. Let me see how it's going to go. So, my favorite on the project is Twisted. You know what I'm saying? But Celebration is more of the club party type of joint out of those five. So Celebration is what I wanted to push for the radio or for the DJs. That's what I'm trying to give to the DJs.
Okay.
Especially in the summer. I've been shooting it out to a few DJs up and down California and a few other places. But yeah, so Celebration is for the DJs and for the club, preferably. But my favorite is Twisted.
Okay. You've been mentioning Planet Asia, man. In 2020, y'all dropped that Cashmere Corners.
Mm-hmm.
How did that come about?
I've been on Asia for a minute. When I was on Twitter, I was DMing Asia, like, what's poppin', bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? But he looking like, who is this nigga? Like, he didn't really know. I don't know what was going through his head. So, he didn't really say too much. Later on down the line, I'm pushing, dropping videos on Facebook, and he hit me on Facebook like, bro, you hard, like, you from the town, we gotta lock in. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, nigga, I've been hitting your ass about 4 or 5 years ago, and you ain't said nothing. But he had to put two and two together and was like, let's work. So I went to LA, pulled up on him, and he wanted to put me on Gold Chain. He's like, bro, I want you to be a part of the Gold Chain movement. And so we did a little Welcome to Gold Chain, and that was the first project that we did, you know what I'm saying? And we ended up selling that project to 38 Spesh. 38 Spesh bought the album and put it out through his label. So he paid me, Asia, and Dirty Diggs, who produced the album. And he even got Che Nora on one of the features, and he did one of the beats. So that was like something we did in like 2 days. I did it in 2 days. I went to LA. We knocked it out, and 38 Spesh ended up cashing out for it. Sent me a nice little PayPal for it. It was my first project that I ever sold. Just somebody bought a project that I did, so that was kind of dope. You know what I mean?
Dope. That is dope.
Asia quarterback that. Yeah.
Shout out to Asia for that. Shout out to 38 Spesh. Hey, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. And you mentioned Dirty Diggs. That's you ended up doing another project with him.
Yeah, so Dirty Diggs is actually a collective. It's two brothers and a nephew that actually make beats, but they are Gold Chain in-house producers, and them is my partners. You know what I'm saying? So them niggas, fuck with me. They fuck with the sound. So we put the Goat Milk EP together. You know what I'm saying? We did that. So yeah. That came I want to say the next year, following year. That was done too, within the same time frame. But we had to wait because it was a lot of projects coming out of Gold Chain. We had the group project. You got other artists, So I had to just wait my turn, and that we ended up dropping the Gold Milk after that.
Dope. Yeah. And before the Goat Milk drop, you had Last of the Mohicans and Chain Roll. Yeah.
Okay, so Chain Roll was my project that I fully put together myself. Now, on these projects that I fully put together, these full-length projects, that's when I really get in my creative bag, and it's all on me. So I know it's all on me. I carry all the weight. I fully fund my projects. I do everything independent. It's all me. And, Chain Roll was one of them ones that I did by myself and just got the features on them, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But I basically, produced. I'm not like, what they call it, executive produce or whatever, you know what I'm saying. I put it all together, you know what I'm saying. So from like start to finish, I put it together, made it happen, and put Chain Roll out. So I want to say the albums, the full-length albums that I put out, them be more of my creative process, put all into one, and you know what I'm saying, that's how I be making it happen.
coming from Fresno, man, you be moving around. You know,
Hmm.
I recently saw you online on social media with performances out in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
How you work that out, bro?
So, dealing with Asia, working with Asia, he took me out to New York my first time. I went back, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, that first trip to New York, I ran into so many names and people that I don't even know. Me coming from Fresno, I don't be up on all these cats. Like I was in the studio with Static Selector, and I got a chance to run into Mussolini. I mean, I'm talking about Talib Kweli, Sway in the Morning, Tony Touch. I'm running into all these dudes, right? And I'm not knowing who half these dudes is. I gotta look them up after I leave and get back home and be like, oh shit, that's what that was. So I don't. My reaction be really authentic when I be around them. I don't be on no dick ride, none of that extra shit, and that's what kind of like Asia be liking about it. He like, damn, this nigga don't, cause I don't know these niggas. You know what I'm saying? They be big out there where they from. You know what I'm saying? Big in the game, but to me, I treat everybody the same. So I don't, you feel me? I don't be extra out or
Indeed, indeed.
trying to take pictures or nothing. I just run in the cats and I just do me. But yeah. So he had me out there. Couple cats on the Gold Chain label, or in the group. They was doing a show. My boy K Burns, he had a tour going on, and he happened to be in Brooklyn. I happened to be in Jersey. So I hit my dude Pip James, and actually, I'm gonna say shout out to my boy Street Genius. He out of North Carolina. He hit me and was like, bro, you on your way out there? You know they got the show. So I tapped in with him. He like, bro, call him. So I tapped in with him. He like, bro, I got the show tomorrow night. I thought it was that night. I got to New Jersey. He like, no, it's tomorrow night. You should come through and rock. He like, send me something, whatever you want to perform. I'm like, okay, it's love. So I sent him some, end up pulling up in Brooklyn the next night because I had a couple days out there. And, yeah, pulled up, rocked the show, and that's what it was. It was like, just spur of the moment, but I did end up making that happen, like just on the fly.
And the audience, the acceptance of the audience was.
Oh yeah, everybody fuck with the real music, man. Cats run to me talking about, bars is there. Me personally, I'm not a big performer like that. That's like one thing that I do want to get a little more polished is like the performance aspect, but that show specifically taught me that it's very important to perform. And watching cats like Pip James, shout out Pip, they really use that time to captivate the fans. Like, and I saw how I can use it as a tool. So from moving forward, it did give me a better outlook on how to use live performances to captivate fans and to really use it. It's not just about rapping the music, even though they don't know my music a lot of times, but I can say some shit and go a cappella and really, display some shit to make a motherfucker be like, that nigga raw. Like, let me tap in on him. And cats always embrace me with the music, no matter where I perform, from from LA to New York. But yeah, so that night they was fucking with me. It wasn't a big turnout like some of his other shows, maybe not as big, but yeah, nevertheless the crowd did engage with him.
It was enough.
Yeah, it was a good experience. You know what I'm saying? First show in Brooklyn. It was dope.
That's what's up, man. Again, we appreciate you tapping in with Bang West Radio, man. Why don't you go ahead and introduce this next song, which is Celebration.
Oh yeah, man. This is Bang West Radio, APlusThaKid. We got Celebration coming up, produced by Bear on the Beat, and this off the Triple Platinum EP, and it's out now. You know what I'm saying? Check it out. Yeah, Celebration. There's no features on the project, and this is like I said, for the club, for the radio. So check it out.
Bang West Radio. Bury me a G with my burner tucked at the Airbnb and we gon' turn it up. Ain't no square being me, I'm Mike Turner's son. And how I handle my bitch don't concern them none. Runs in my blunts, I'm a smoke champ. She wouldn't mind her a line, but the coke damn. European peel for a bold tramp. Just wanna have her running through the whole camp. Damn, this girl clothes only cover half her body. I think I'm finna take her to the after party. Champagne bucket, make a bob for Molly's. I just spill syrup on my Rob Cavalli's. Top hat, mama, what it don't do. You a bad girl, but I want you. Only 5'2", so you fun size. Make a nigga wanna fuck you to the sunrise. Party going up. Baby, it's a celebration. It ain't Bacardi in my cup. I be on that shit that Bev Mo can't get. That 42 be calling me. It be saying swallow me. We be going bottle for bottle, it gotta be quality. I just throw these dollars around so the models will follow me.